we got a new segment we're going to be trying out here. It's we're calling it. Hold on, let me pull this up so I can get it right here. It's the Wrestler Said.
What?
No, that's the wrong one. Wrestler Says.
What?
The other one was better.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, every week we're gonna try to pick. This might not be every weweek, but just a new segment we're doing. We're gonna pick 3 wild, weird, or just plain interesting things pro wrestlers say. Break them down and see if we agree or not. Most of them are gonna be like, all these wrestlers have their own podcast, so we're just gonna talk about something that they say, talk about if we agree or not, and maybe break it down a little bit further than that, depending on what the topic is. But let's check it out. So, you want to jump into number 1 with us, and I'll do 2?
Yeah, sure. That sounds good. So, quote number 1 here is Booker T sees a world title in Ron Killing's future. He says, "I see Ron Killings winning the World Heavyweight Championship. It could be the biggest thing since putting the title on Mick Foley." And then, so is this just Booker hyping up his friend, or could R-Truth really have a serious main event run? Would fans accept it, or has the comedy role run too deep? What do you think as far as answers to those burning questions are?
He's not winning a world championship. I mean, that's just a fucking fact. No, there's
maybe world heavyweight title, but not the WWE title.
He's not beating Cena. He's not beating Gunther. He's not beating Seth Rollins. He's not beating Cody. There's no situation where, and he's older too. Maybe they'll give him like an Intercontinental or something like that.
US title, Intercontinental.
Yeah, but even then, I don't want to see that. Like, LA Knight needs, if they're not giving LA Knight the world title, he needs to have that US title. Or Fatu. Like, their mid card, their upper mid card's pretty good.
Stacked.
Yeah, but no. Do you agree with Booker T? Let's just both give a yes or no.
Fuck no.
All right, yeah, me either. Booker T's fucking nuts. So we'll move on here. We got Bully.
Sorry, Truth. I do. Yeah. We do love you.
I think let's just start at a mid card title first. So number 2, Bully Ray calls this AEW segment total bullshit. No way. I'm not buying it. Not any day of the week in any federation. This was in reference to Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, drop kicking Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, sending the massive Hurt Syndicate flying. So do we agree with Bully? Should guys this size be bumping like that for cruiserweights? Does wrestling lose believability when size difference is ignored? Or is that just an outdated thinking in 2025? What do you think, Dave? And then I'll share mine.
It's definitely not outdated thinking. And, this is something that you and I harp on a lot about this shit needing to be believable. And, it's different depending on the story that you're trying to tell, like with Rey Mysterio and like Kevin Nash and stuff like that back in the day. So it can be used in like special circumstances, but just having your big giant tag team who might be the biggest fucking guys that work at your company besides Big Bill in terms of just size, they're not getting drop kicked out of the ring and knocked all around by little fucking guys. The believability is at an all-time fucking low. No guys that size should not be bumping around like that for cruiserweights all the time. Sometimes is okay depending on the story we're telling. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't hurt if you got like a comedic guy, but like Bobby Lashley has like a legit MMA background, and
he beat the fuck out of anybody there probably.
Maybe Jake Hager's gone. He's probably was one of the more legit guys that they had there too, since he had a background. But yeah, I mean, he probably beat the shit out of anybody there. And then Shelton Benjamin has like a collegiate wrestling background and like amateur like college and stuff, and it's just
he used to wrestle with Brock.
Yeah. So like these aren't just like big guys; they're like guys that could fuck up a majority of the world's population. So that is another thing that kind of takes it out of it. It's just the way that they present themselves. I mean, it's just you got like some nerds versus guys that are not nerds and they're fucking huge and they have combat experience. It's just pretty obvious shit, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So no, I agree with you. It isn't outdated thinking. It does lose believability, and we do agree with Bully, and there's a reason why this is the case, and we don't need to deep dive into it, but that's our thoughts on that. And we'll jump into JBL ripping the WWE press conferences, the post-event press conferences they have. He says, those press conferences are horrible. It's hard to stay in character or not. I just don't get it. So are WWE's post-show pressers a good idea? Or do they confuse fans with a mix of kayfabe and kind of like reality talk? Would it be a better format to... is there a better format out there? Is a clearer tone that's just straight kayfabe and not mix of reality? Or is JBL just being too old school? What do you think, Dave?
Well, I'm inclined to agree with him here. The press conferences are good insofar as it gives us something extra to talk about on the show. But as far as like physically adding anything of value to the product or to the PLE itself, I don't really think that they do all that much. I mean, maybe it does for some people, but it just, we could do without it. I guess since they are doing the slim trim 2.5 hour PLEs that get in a hour worth of post show talk and press conference is another way of them giving people content that evening. But I just, I could take or leave them. Sometimes they're entertaining, sometimes they're not. That's it.
Yeah, there's like rare instances where there's been something funny that's happened here or there, but I mean, it's not the UFC. It's not like a pressing moment where like you have like, I mean, let's be honest, the wrestling press fucking sucks. They're not a real press. It's like at the end of a UFC event, you can talk to the fighters, talk to them about like important, real dramatic shit that's happened and like a real reality based scenario that they're gonna be able to put up on their website and make money off of. But this is just like, oh Hunter, did you like the show? Oh Hunter, what did you think about this? And these guys can't be critical of anything or they're not fucking called back. And I mean, it's cool and to some extent. And if like you're a younger kid, I could see this maybe being why hell would be for you if you just can't get enough WWE or wrestling content. Then yeah, these are for you. And I do like the post-event ones, or sorry, the pre-event ones. Those aren't bad, where you kind of hype you up for the event a little bit, and they talk about it, and they get some like their pre-show crew is different from the people that do all the other stuff. So you get to talk to like Big E and some other people, and they do some funny shit here and there. But overall, the press ones, they could definitely go. But maybe there's a group of people out there for them. I don't know, but it's kind of pointless, right?
Yeah.
Like what are you going to break down there? He's always like, oh yeah, we made the most money we've ever had. That's what you always hear.
Usually seems to be most of these press conferences. Yeah.
It's like I don't give a fuck about you guys monetizing this shit.
Hey, congratulations. Tell it at the fucking shareholders meeting.
Yeah, because that's not us.